PGA Tour and DP World Tour begin again. Welcome to Storylines by Golf and Ball. In these videos, we want to recap what happened last weekend in the world of professional golf. This week, we'll quickly look over the Sony Open in Hawaii and the Hero Cup in Abu Dhabi. Usually, we will be sending out 2 videos a week, one as a review and one as a preview, but because of a lack of picks this week, we're going to fit it all into this video. Please sit back and enjoy as we bring you up to date with everything happening in the wild world of professional golf. The PGA Tour, the Sony Hawaii Open. On the PGA Tour, most of the big names decide to give the Hawaii Open a miss, preferring to continue practicing for the California swing of the tour. However, one Jordan Spieth and the up-and-comer Tom Kim went there as betting favourites. I feel like we should have known this was coming in a way. Both missed the cut, which allowed the tournament to turn into a battle of the rookies and the lesser knowns. These tournaments for me are just as entertaining as the big names. The lesser known golfers are fighting for an awful lot more sometimes, so the tension is there. Ultimately, Siwoo Kim won out over Hayden Buckley by a shot. The talent has always been there for the South Korean. However, he has had mentality and attitude problems on the course. He has recently been overshadowed slightly by compatriots Sung Jae Im and Tom Kim, but Siwoo could well be back. He played brilliantly on Sunday, shooting 6 under and taking the tournament. Our picks were shocking really. Tom Kim never got going, and it just tells me to give him a little bit of a break from backing. We mentioned last week that this tournament would tell us a lot about his mentality, and it kind of did. Maybe just a little young to be expected to win. He's definitely going to bounce back, but he needs to be at a higher number and an each way bet to follow further. Tom Hoge kind of messed us around too. We only heard the news that he flew back to mainland America during the week to watch a football game and then back to Hawaii to play the tournament. What a disaster. Nobody ever does well after a massive amount of travelling like that. We're taking him off the backing list for the environmental damage alone. The only good thing we were able to back was Adam Scott. Unfortunately, this one only went out to the Telegram group. We found the top 40 line at 3-1, so we staked 5 points on it in order to get back into profit. Scott easily made his top 40 finishing in T21. He's one to watch this year, and the top 20, top 10 and top 40 market is an excellent one to bet. Again, if you would like to join the Telegram group, follow the link in the description for more information. On the DP World Tour, the Europeans played a Ryder Cup style event in Abu Dhabi. Continental Europe took on the best of Ireland and Great Britain, and the Continentals won. This was really for captain Luke Donald to have a good look at players who were just on the fringe of the team. It was an interesting watch, really good to see some Europeans who play on the PGA Tour showing just how much they want to make the European team. Captain Molinari won 3.5 points for the continent, and so did Nikolai Hogard. Nikolai is so dangerous if he just gets the right mentality. It was a good watch and great for the European team. They can decide pairings and practice match golf. It didn't mean too much, and it's just giving the best of the Europeans an early week of practice on a good Abu Dhabi course. The Middle East swing on the DP World Tour begins now. So, on to this weekend. On the PGA Tour this weekend, Rahm, Cantlay and Scheffler are some of the favourites playing the American Express on a trio of courses in Palm Springs. The field is actually pretty stacked, with Finau, Zalatoris and Schauffele and last week winners Siwoo Kim also joining in. You would have to think that Rahm is the man once again to beat. He kind of looks unbeatable. Last year, Hudson Swafford beat Tom Hoge by 2 shots to win. Cantlay and Zalatoris played very well last year too. However, we won't be betting on this week. I don't really like these kinds of tournaments that are played on 3 different courses. Each player plays the 3 courses with the cut on Saturday. Then on Sunday they return to the Pete Dye Stadium course. It is also a pro-am where pros play with amateurs. This changes the dynamic of the golf. It can throw up some random winners because conditions and courses can just be so mixed. Player form is really the only thing you can follow up on. So we'll keep an eye on Jon Rahm. It will be interesting to see how Cantlay and Zalatoris are playing, but a watching weekend for me. However, we will throw some units on the DP World Tour. The DP World Tour are playing on a links course in Abu Dhabi. Now when you think of links, as an Irishman, I think of my home course in Wicklow and the West. Abu Dhabi does not scream links at me, but it can get windy on Yas Island. Abu Dhabi is of course a city in a desert. but January brings mist and wind and things can change in an instant. A beautiful new course that was played for the first time last year. I think the winner is someone who played the course last year and who played last week, so we have 2 small gambles. Small stakes once again, as it is a new year and most of these players are dusting off the winter cobwebs for the first time on quite a difficult course. We're taking Tommy Fleetwood at 11 to 1 and Robert McIntyre at 25 to 1. Both played last week and played the course last year. Both grew up in the wind and play well around these types of courses. Look for a big year out of both players, and hopefully this week will mark the beginning. Keep the stakes small as we said and enjoy the golf. So that's it for us this week. Thanks so much for watching and we hope we've brought you up to date with the golf. If you're keeping track, we've bet 7 units on the YouTube channel and haven't exactly got anything back just yet. However, users of the Telegram channel are only down 1 unit because of Adam Scott's top 40 last week. Hopefully Lowry and Bobby McIntyre and Fleetwood can bring in each way to bring us back healthy. However, don't panic, a long year of golf is just beginning. Sit back and enjoy the golf. Thanks for watching and we'll catch you in the next one.